Hello, my friend. My name is Anton from corneluk.com, and today we start the first video for Code Express series. In this video, we will speak about the installation of the Python on your working station. We will speak about the installation about the latest and the stablest version of the Python, which is 3.8.1. This version was released just a couple of weeks ago in December 2019. To install the Python, you need to, first of all, download it. And you could download it from the official web page, which is python.org, as you could see in the address in my web browser. So you go to this web page, to the download tab. We will install it not directly on the laptop, but rather in the VM running CentOS Linux. Before we press the link view the full list of the downloads, and we choose in the opened window Linux Unix releases. Then you're getting to the web page where you see plenty of links. As said, we will install the latest available, the latest stablest version, which is 3.8.1. So we copy the link, which is associated with this release, and open our VM running CentOS. So it's basically this freshly installed CentOS VM with CentOS 7.6. We go to the folder where typically all the application could be installed. This is OEPT, and we do the download of the release using widget function. So we need to provide our sudo password to download this image. You see it's downloading. It's taking not that long, just a couple of perhaps seconds. It's entirely depending on your network speed. Once it is downloaded, we could check that it is available. So you see this file is about 17 megabytes. So now we could unpack it using the tar. To do this, we're using, as we are in the OEPT folder, we need to use all the time the sudo commands. And to remove the file from the archive, we're using the tar, which is built in the archivator in the Linux. So we make the following command: sudo tar -xf, and then we provide the name of the file. So it starts getting unpacked. So now we could verify that we have a folder having the same name as our archive we have downloaded. The folder is python.3.8.1. Now, before we install the Python, we need to install some of the tools that are necessary for Python to be working. I have prepared, so I need to copy the string in our installation process. So we install the GCC, OpenSSL devel, bzip2, and libfi packages. There are some of other packages needs to be installed that automatically resolve the dependency for us. The detailed list of the packages you could see in the blog post associated with this video. So once we have installed the necessary tools, we could navigate to the Python directory and prepare the configuration. So we do it using the command, you're running the script config.sh. Whereas it's running, you could take a look how it is called. We run the script configure.configure with parameters enable optimizations. And this is running all the checking and preparation of the files that needs to be installed. To install the Python itself, we will use make alt install command. So why we are using this? By default, in the legacy Linux version like 7.6, it relies on the Python 2.7 in many of its internal applications. Therefore, if we would replace the legacy of 2.7, which is by the way, is not supported anymore, then our applications or some applications that are running in the Python, in the CentOS itself might be not working. To avoid this, we use Alt install tool, so the default will install 3.8 in parallel with all other Linux distributed that we might have, Python distributed that we might have on our on our laptop. So we, to do the installation, make the command sudo make alt install. So, and we do it in the same folder where we have Python. You see it starts getting plenty of output. We need to wait a couple of minutes before the Python installation is complete. It depends entirely on the resources that your workstation has available. So it might be, or how many resources you have allocated for the VM where you're trying to install, if you're trying to install it on the VM as we are doing. By the way, whereas we are waiting for the installation of the Python, if you're interested in the way how we structure our CentOS installation, what you need to have in order to be able to work with network automation or any other automation, Python is helpful. Take a look on the article itself. There is a link to their blog, quite an old one, in our blog at commonic.com, where we explain how to prepare the host, how to install the CentOS step by step. So if you're not familiar with the Linux, it will be definitely helpful for you. The process is slightly going on. So there are some, as you might see, dependencies happening during the installation of the process. See, we have installed GCC, and there are plenty of GCC commands that are executed during the installation. That is the reason why all these modules that we were installing in the YAM are necessary for this installation. If you are installing or directly on the macOS, or if you want to install the Python 3.8.1 on the Linux or on the Windows, you might take a look on the web page from the python.org. There are some other distributors which are for Linux or for Windows or for macOS, and you could find the one which is suitable for you. Obviously, the steps might be a bit different because we are installing the CentOS. Might be that installation process within other Linux like Ubuntu or Debian would be slightly different. At least the installation of the packages that are necessary to install the Python would be different. So you'll be using not YAM, but some other like apt or apt-get tools. In the Windows, it's executable binary. The same is generally for applicable for macOS, where you download the installer or .pkg file, which is like anarchive, and installed in the interactive way using the GUI. Now you see there is plenty of things still happening in our VM. That is how the installation of the Python is going on. But hopefully this process will be completed quite soon. You see that we are creating some files, making the installation, making the compilation, so doing all what is necessary to make the Python 3.8 work. So previously, the most stable or the most popular distributive of the Python was 3.7. It was used for, I think, at least a year, perhaps 2. And this is a distributive where plenty of other applications have been created. Python 3.8.0 was the first release only in October 2019. So the date of the video was just less than 4 months ago. It was not recommended to install Python 3.8.0 due to potential bugs, like you should never install the first release of any operation system on the network, like you never install Cisco 7.0.0, however 7.0.1 you are welcome to install. I'm speaking about Cisco CEX. Meanwhile, you see that 3.8.1 Python was successfully installed, and the last step, what we need to do is to verify that the installation is correct. We are doing it by typing in our CLI Python 3.8. Actually, we type Python 3 and pressing tab, and it is getting out the full command, and we're doing space dash B3, and we're getting the version of the Python. We could verify it even further, so we could type Python 3.8 and press enter, and we're getting inside of the Python itself. So we could start typing here some commands, code, and it will be executed. But this would be already a topic for another video. Thank you for being with us. If you like the video, like it, repost it, share with your friends, and see you on the next video.